So, hello to what will be the first in a series of videos in which I sit out here in my car because I feel like it'd be weird to start yelling to myself in my room where there's people around, and I already don't want to be more like a fucking lunatic. But these are going to be a series of rants and other topics I talk about because, honestly, I have nothing better to do right now. I have no classes, and it's pouring rain out, so I don't want to go and play outside. I mean, we kind of sound like a 2-year-old play outside, right? But I don't know, I'm just not really feeling up to doing anything, so rant time. And I've asked a few people what I should talk about, and I'm a pretty political guy, so you're going to hear my positions and stuff like this, and I'm not going to pretend to be neutral. I'm not going to pretend to be this, I accept all views, everyone's okay. Because no, in my opinion, some people have fucking stupid ideas. Like, you're an idiot for some of these things that I think people believe in. People who are against gay marriage, I get it, you have some religious reasons, but when you try to push it on other people who aren't part of your faith, and even people who are part of your faith who maybe have a different interpretation, I think you're fucking stupid. People who are against abortion, personally, I don't think that's really okay. If you're not a woman, specifically if you're a guy, you shouldn't have shit to say about this topic. But I'm going to, because hypocrisy. But you're not the one that's carrying a baby for 9 months. You're not the one that's doing this shit. It's the woman who's going to be carrying a baby for roughly 9 months, give or take, and then birthing it. They're the one that, if, say, it has a severe defect, it's gonna live in pain and agony. Abort it. And I know that sounds awful, just say, I'll just kill the baby, because fuck. It's not a baby. It's a bunch of cells up until a certain point. It's barely even a living, at the loosest definition, it's barely a living being until pretty far into the pregnancy. And it's just ridiculous. So I'm not going to pretend that I don't have opinions. Because that's what this channel is about, for me to be angry about my opinions, to be pissy, and to bitch, and to yell. Because guess what? You don't get to do that very often. As much people talk about, oh, college, blah, 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 it's all about your opinions, get to do blah, blah, blah. You really don't. The people who say that shit obviously don't go to most colleges in our country. I'm aware there are colleges that are like that, or they're very more open to students getting down and talking about their beliefs, and to an extent that does happen here. Certain classes you have discussions, but it's not like it's this paradise of safe spaces. I fucking hate that phrase, by the way, a safe space. For fuck's sake, people talk about my generation, millennials, like we are like these bitchy little whiny babies. Fucking the people who are like grown up in like the 60s, the 50s and 60s, you guys would fucking lose your shit if you had to drink at the same water fountain as a black person. If you had to go to the same bathroom as that was too much. That would offend your delicate sensibilities. Christ. And like, it's just bullshit. Like, we're not like these whiny crybabies. We just don't accept racist shit anymore. We call you out on that bullshit. We call you out on your homophobia, on your transphobia, on your sexism. We don't accept it anymore. And that's why people say, oh, safe space, politically correct. It's not political correct, it's talking about being a cunt. And I get it. I swear a lot. I'm angry. It's because it's who I am. And this bullshit people keep talking about. Acting like we are whiny little babies for not wanting people to get fucking killed by police. And don't get me wrong here, because I know people are going to take that the wrong way. I have the utmost respect for our police officers. I know they have a difficult job. I know every day they run the risk of being killed. But that is why we have to hold them to a higher standard. They are going to tough jobs, so they need to be better than most people. And when you have all these cases of unarmed people who do not have weapons being shot and killed, and when a majority of them are black, like these other people, white people specifically, I'm a white guy, so I can talk about this. So I have a lot of privilege, and I'm not going to pretend I don't, because I do. There's a lot of things about me that other people don't have. Automatically people pay more attention to my voice. And that's stupid, because there's some plenty of people out there who know way more shit than I do, who understand the struggles way more than I do. I'm not going to say that white people have everything easy, but from the starting point, you have it easier. But sorry if I get off topic. I didn't really have a script for this, and I don't expect to have scripts for most of these because I hate that. This is supposed to be free-flowing, just letting loose my rants and my anger and this other bullshit. So, I'm going to talk about a lot of shit on this channel, on these videos. I'm going to talk about police brutality, I'm going to talk about abortion, gay marriage, immigration, Islamophobia. One topic I know a lot of people disagree with me about is the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, where I am much more in favor of Palestinians. I support a Palestinian state. I have no love for Benjamin Netanyahu and his far-right government. I think they are terrorists. The treatment of the Palestinian people is abhorrent. But there's a lot of topics that come up on this. And I'm going to try to keep up with social media. I'm going to keep up with the news and what's going on, talking about stuff like that. But for the most part, I'll pretty much just talk about whatever comes up in the world. So, expect more, expect anger, expect for me to piss you off at times, especially if you fall more along the right side of the political spectrum. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate you if you're conservative, I don't hate you if you're a Republican. I have friends who are conservatives, I have friends who are Republicans, I have family who fall on the more conservative side of things. But I do personally identify much more strongly with liberal, progressive, left-wing policies. If I was in a European country, I'd most likely agree with the socialist parties, or the social democrats, or parties on the left-hand side of the spectrum. And even liberals, even Democrats, you're going to hear me get pissed off at you, because honestly, you kind of sucked at times. You don't take stands when you need to. So I'm an equal opportunity piss off person. I'm probably going to make a lot of people angry. More often than not, it's going to be people who are Republicans, conservatives, right-wingers. And I don't do this because I want to make you angry. I do it because I need to let my own anger out about stuff that's going on in the world. Because honestly, some of this stuff affects me. It affects people who I care about. Friends, family. People are going to have to deal with the consequences of the next 4 to 8 years of the Trump administration. And if another Republican gets elected after that, they're going to continue to suffer with consequences. And honestly, if another neoliberal Democrat gets elected, we're going to suffer with consequences of some bullshit. So, this will not be the last video I upload. I'll probably upload another 1 or 2 today, depending if I can think of something to talk about specifically, because as you saw earlier, I kind of went along a whole spectrum of shit today, in which none of it really made sense, as I am the most scatterbrained human and I can't keep one topic in my head at once. I'll try to, at least at some points, have some level of talking point I want to talk about. Not really a script, because like I said, I don't want this to be scripted. I want this to feel real, because this is what it is. It's my real emotions coming out, my real feelings on issues. So, we'll see what happens. Like the video if you want. Subscribe, because I like money. And share, if you so desire. I would like that, because as I said, I like money, and YouTube allows you to make money from videos if you get a certain number of views, so you should do that. Well, thank you, I guess, if you watch this, and I try not to sound too cliche, but see you at the next episode. Bye.